Those guys will get it at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. On the carry, it's Logan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Really good, solid run right there, and they did it from a 4 wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out, give them more running lanes and more options. And also, it usually takes the bigger defenders off the field, makes the defense lighter and easier to run against.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. This is Logan. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive linemen won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. That's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defensive front, created space, and the end result, a fantastic run.
11 more on that one and another first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys in the cornerback position.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now.
trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now this time Mahomes will throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. From the 3 now. Here they come on 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he will find his man on the outside. He's got daylight. The 40, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 99 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. And now here's a carry heading left. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Back nine down, Philly. Here we go. Let's go. Green, 30. No. Check. Patriot.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. This is Leonard Fournette, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. They're going to look to throw, and this one complete right side to Funchess. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard game?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder, what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 36. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it's London football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Now here's Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Hard throw, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. Looking to throw. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
On the left side, it's McDonald. 2 yards. 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 Really nice gain of 25 yards. Fournette, a first down carry. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now back out comes the offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
All right, here we go.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the ball is knocked out, and the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And his kick is good. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time play.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. In a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Back nine and out, Philly. Here we go. Here we go now.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now Mahomes to the right side. It's Kelsey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On second down, here's Mahomes. And Olsen over the middle. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go.
Mahomes now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
All right, here we go. Boom, 90. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McDonald. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll set up a throw. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Leopard. Leopard. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? And Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off the squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And he knocks it through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Strong left. All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it'll bring up third down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Leopard. Now let's go. Back down, Philly. Here we go. Gone. Over.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Mahomes going to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Justin Houston in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here we go now. No. Check. Safety creek. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
No gain on the play there, second down. They'll run it again with Fournette down to the 25. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, Look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. To throw, it's Mahomes. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Here we go now.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up third down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. So they bring out their punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a second and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
The offense on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's got some space here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Welcome back now here in London. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Fresh set of downs here. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Second down following the run. And he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why they're points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is taken at the 3. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. 10 yards still left on second down. Now here's Mahomes. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. And to give this time to the tailback. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flushed out right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Jags grab it.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
3 down, 3 down. All right, here we go. Hot.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of